Happy Friday, everybody. We're starting to see more cloud cover this afternoon. It was pretty bright this morning and even at times during the afternoon, but the clouds lowering a little bit, and you can see a little bit more of a hazy, milky sky as you look off to the south. Although right now our observations stations are all reporting sunshine again. Sometimes they're not able to really do a good job of figuring out that there is a very high level layer of cloud cover, but you can make it out on satellite for sure, especially when we put it on the visible. There come the clouds streaming up from what is now Ophelia, officially Tropical Storm Ophelia, and it certainly looks much nicer and more organized than it did yesterday. It was kind of a mess these last couple of days, but you can see that tightly wrapped core now and the rain shield wrapping around that. Those pink areas there, those are storm surge warnings for the mid-Atlantic, and then the green all the way up to the Jersey Shore, those are coastal flood advisories or alerts. I believe they actually are coastal flood warnings. So this is, bringing some storm surge around it. It's not going to be the most severe storm surge just because it's not a strong hurricane, but again, with that onshore flow, and winds really picking up around the storm nicely. At the center, there's 60 miles per hour. This is not going to become a hurricane. In fact, it is about to make landfall right around Wilmington, North Carolina. There's another Wilmington, Delaware that will be in the cone and the path of the storm. But as you can see, second it makes landfall, it starts weakening and really sort of peters out here over the mid-Atlantic. So this is not a tropical concern for us. It's just a rain concern for us. And we've been continuing to see some pretty good trends as there's going to be a strong area of high pressure to our north. I think that helps suppress that heaviest rain south. And I know we sort of flipped back and forth on that scenario, but you've seen the trend the last 24 hours, and that's been the 2 out of 4 threat, which started up here. Yesterday it was here. Now it's barely hanging on to the coast, so less likelihood of widespread flash flooding, some isolated stuff, especially in those poor drainage areas. Then on Sunday, now even though we get the heavy rain that passes by us on Saturday, that's not the center of that storm. It'll still be a low pressure center, even though non-tropical at this point, but it's much greater for the mid-Atlantic up towards New York City and even getting into central Connecticut. But again, we're on the lower side of that flash flood threat on Sunday. So good news there. Let's go through the future case here. We'll throw on the wind gusts. I just want to show you how it turns breezy during the overnight period. Here we are into tomorrow morning. You can see the light rain beginning the outermost northern portion of the rain shield of the storm. Winds around 15, 25 miles per hour. Again, these are gusts, not sustained winds. So yes, it will be breezy, but not going to see any real gusty stuff that could cause damaging winds. It will be windier out in the ocean, and I'll talk more about that in a second. Yeah, you can see the darker greens, the yellows, moderate to heavy rain. More pockets of that, but again, looks like most of it's going to stay south and east of the area. It's just going to be a dreary day out there. The other thing is the temperatures. We're looking at temperatures struggling to get out of the 50s tomorrow. So certainly, if you had outdoor plans, I'd start thinking about the indoor plans and bringing them on inside. Here we are on a Sunday morning. It looks like a little break Saturday night into Sunday. And then again, here's the low down here. That's going to start pushing in and bringing some of those pockets of rain back into the play on Sunday. But maybe a little more scattered on Sunday, so maybe we can sneak some dry time in here. I'm trying to be optimistic for sure. Again, rough water is expected this weekend. We have what looks to have just been upgraded to a gale warning here in the areas of that darker pink. In the lighter pink areas out towards Cape Cod and the Long Island Sound behind me, that's a small craft advisory. But either way, this is not a good weekend for boating unless you're a commercial fisherman and you have to get it done. All right, let's go through the rain for Saturday. We're looking at anywhere from about an inch to an inch and a quarter, maybe an inch and a half, and then, yeah, not a whole lot more tacked onto that on Sunday. So we've certainly dialed back the rain projections, which is good news. But, I mean, it's just like, too little, too late kind of a scenario. It's still going to be a dreary weekend, even if we're talking 3 inches of rain or 1 inch of rain. The only good news is here is the flash flooding threat is diminishing a little bit. 54 degrees tonight. Starting to see those clouds increasing rain by daybreak. The winds will pick up a little bit tomorrow. Just a breezy yuck day. I think that's the word here, yuck. 59 degrees, breezy and cool. Sunday scattered showers. Again, the rain is a little bit less steady and maybe we'll get some breaks here and there. And then we have one final round coming in on Monday, the last round, as the remnant low, Ophelia's remnant low, does pass over us. But again, it's so weak at that point. Just a couple of scattered showers, and then we're looking at very nice weather through the end of the week, John.